Centum saw another milestone reached when it listed its 4.19 billion shilling note issue on the NSE fixed income securities market segment. This listing forms part of this investment company's bid to actually use bonds as a method to raise debt. Joining us live from Nairobi to discuss this further is CEO of Centum Holdings, James Mwaria. Thanks so much, James, for joining us this afternoon. Take us through right at the top the rationale for going down this route and raising debt this way.
Thank you. This morning we marked the listing of the Centum note. It had an equity-linked component, which is the first of its kind and which gives note investors an opportunity to participate in the upside of the company. And there was a fixed income component. And really the rationale for us was to take advantage of our unutilized debt capacity. Prior to this note issue, we didn't have much in the way of debt, and to use that debt capacity to finance investment opportunities and to also raise long-term debt. This is 5-year paper, which is attractively priced.
Where exactly are you finding the opportunity? So once you've gone down this avenue to raise capital, where exactly would you be putting it to work?
We pursued an interesting strategy. We first looked for the opportunities and then came to the market to raise the money. We raised the money last year, so I can say about 60–70% of it has already been deployed. And that has been across our 3 business lines. In private equity, we've announced a major acquisition and we have 2 more in the pipeline. In our real estate, we continue to make good progress. And also in our geographical diversification strategy for marketable securities. Today we have more than 50% of our marketable securities portfolio invested outside Kenya. And we continue to see more opportunities. So our expectation is that in another 12 to 18 months, we might be back in the market to raise a different sort of instrument.
To run us through the kind of reception you've received by the markets to this bond issue, James.
No, the reception was good. We were targeting to raise 4 billion shillings with a green shoe of 1 billion. We raised 4.2 billion. These funds were largely raised from local institutional investors. And the reception was very positive. The equity-linked note was the first of its kind and it was very well received.
So you're getting that kind of reception, and that to an extent illustrating the kind of confidence the market has in your investments that are being made. Your assessment of the investment landscape that is East Africa.
I think the investment landscape in the long term and even in the medium term remains very, very positive. We are seeing good returns and good growth across our different portfolio companies. Obviously, in the very short term, there's volatility, but at Centum we are long-term investors, and our focus is on the long term, and we are bullish not just on East Africa but across Sub-Saharan Africa.